now, trying to close them down, doesn't get shut down. That's very good play from Nevroze. However, Gataga is still in hand with the satellite, gonna make the play there, and the ball is being thrown, and it is a 1-0 already to the Sentinel team, that is Vitality X.
Yeah, straight away. I mean, we're going to have to see some clutch plays here from Nevroze to bring this out of the bag. I was talking about the fact that this map is very open and it's going to be high scoring, and you can see already 1 point either side. It's not uncommon for this to happen on comeback. Nevroze really have to bring something special to the table here. We've not seen anything special from them just yet, but this is their opportunity to get back into this game and prove themselves, because remember, Momo, if they lose this, not only are they out of the European Championship, they won't be going to LA, they won't be competing and representing their country.
Absolutely. And don't forget, guys, obviously, tweet us with the hashtags CODChamps, hashtag EU Finals. Tell us who you think's obviously playing the best in this game, who you think's going to be victorious, and tell us, obviously, you know, the tournament does go on tomorrow. Who's going to be the European champion? Yeah,
there's some really interesting discussions going down there on Twitter, so get involved and let us know your thoughts. We're very interested to see, and we'll probably be replying to a few of them tweets later today as well. In any case, though, it is Jay-Z who currently is in control of the satellite there. Some great support from Kirby, but Gataga doing what he can to stop that advance. It does actually seem, despite the 3-1 lead that Vitality have, that Nevroze are actually making some good plays here.
Yeah, Nevroze are being quite dominant, and maybe their comeback, uplink is their game type. You can see Kirby picking up a 2-piece and the dunk with a 2 point. Can he make the 3? He's not going to do that. Gataga's going to shut him down, and that is a kill that was very, very important, because now Gataga can get some regain control of their base, and if you lose that control, that's when you see the chain reaction, Rel.
Yep, well, with a 5-second respawn delay, kills can become very important on this. If you get 4 down against your team, then it does not bode well at all, and that's a big mistake from Vitality. That could have quite easily been a capture. It does actually bounce back, and somebody does get the carry capture to make it 5-3. But they can't be making mistakes like that, not at this stage.
Yeah, that's a huge 2-piece by Jays as well. He's going to pick up the satellite, is going to get shut down here. Getsun was just in a little sneaky corner I saw there, which took him down, and that's going to be all square and be reset in just 5 seconds time. Now we've got 2 minutes 30 on the clock. We're halfway through the first half. 5-3 currently to the guys with Vitality X, and are currently 2-0 up in the series.
Yeah, pressure really, really on there for Nevroze. Jays was left on his own, and we see Vitality actually securing more points, doubling the lead against Nevroze. 6-3 now in their favour. Great play. If we actually look at the kill-death ratios, nobody particularly excelling on Vitality, but look at Kirby there for Nevroze, Momo.
Yeah, he's I know exactly what you mean. One thing that I have seen, and I don't know whether that's just myself, but these French players, is it me or are they playing on a very high sensitivity? I'm struggling to keep up.
Yeah, they do. It's almost trademark for the French community to do this, particularly Gataga. He almost paved the way with this high sensitivity style of play. I know he's toned it down a bit for Advanced Warfare with it being so fast paced, but still, it's something that we see time and time again. They push very, very aggressively, which is quite different from the previous kind of games that we saw, particularly in Search and Destroy, where they were almost renowned for the defense.
Yeah.
So the community, the style of play is almost flipped on its head here. We were discussing before, we could be seeing 10-point halves. You look at Vitality here.
Yeah. I mean, you're absolutely right. Even though Kirby is doing some real work for Nevroze, going 15-9 right now, the guys on Vitality X, pretty even across this kill-death ratio, however, currently leading 9-3, closing it out with 10-3. Time to beat 3 minutes 42. What do you reckon to that, Rel? Can they do it?
I don't think so. I mean, I'd never rule anyone out. You should never underestimate anyone, and Vitality know that better than anybody else. They're not going to take this lightly. They're still going to go into this second half as they would any other and play to their best potential. But a 10-3 lead in the first half and 2 rounds under the belt in a best-of-5 series, they've got to be feeling confident.
Yeah, you've got to go into this second half, which we're going to jump on board. Can we jump on board with Kirby, Rel? He's 15-9. He's the guy, I think, that's got to really drag his team up, say, look, we're 10-3 down, 7 points, there's 3.5 minutes to go. We need to get back in this, and I think that's what he's going to do. He's going to, with his ASM1, he's putting some shots down into a couple of players, does take out Riskin, and Sneaky on his team is in possession with the ball, but does get taken down by the French monster himself, and that's going to be 3 down. Vitality X are in a very, very strong position here.
Well, it's not just points that are against them, it is time as well. That lead is just extended. Vitality X now quadruple the scoreline of Nevroze. You know, they're putting up the best fight they can, and I don't want to take away anything from Nevroze. I just want to credit the way that Vitality are playing here. It's brilliant. It's fantastic to actually see the French community. I would probably say the French style of play, or the French teams that are currently in the European circuit, are second best, if you like, to the UK teams.
Yeah, I mean, there's obviously a lot of opinions on it, if you like, and you know, the French have always come out. I mean, the likes of Tommy, even from the UK's team with these guys, and you know, put in absolute work. And come to these European events and just made a stamp on it and basically said, you know, the French are here and they're here to stay. However, Kirby is 21-10 right now. He's just going off right now. However, he's not making the uplink plays. He needs his support from his teammate. Can he do this all on his own, Rel? I'm not too sure. Unfortunately, he does make the throw there. It doesn't go in. I think his teammate did try and pick that one up, but it has now been reset with only 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, it got thrown out of bounds. What's going to be really interesting, actually, going later on in this Call of Duty European Championship tomorrow, is all we've seen today is the same nations going head-to-head against each other to try and prove their dominance as a superior team. But as we go into tomorrow, it is nation against nation. They are fighting for pride. There's money on the line, and they obviously want to get the best seed possible.
Yeah. Again, just if you guys are joining us here on the stream, we're having Vitality X versus Nevroze. This is France v France, and Vitality X are currently 2-0 in map count, and they are now 13-4, just waited because I thought that satellite was going in. Yeah. 13-4 in the lead with only 1 minute 30 to go. Nevroze really need to kind of step it up right now, and unfortunately, it doesn't look like it's going to happen.
Yeah, the previous game modes that we actually saw, Hardpoint Biolab was 250 to 129 in favour of Vitality X. The Search and Destroy went 6-3 towards them as well. And you are joining us on this Hardpoint now, the first half of which ended with a 10-point victory towards Vitality. So time was against Nevroze to begin with. They're doing everything they can, and credit to them for continuing, but they've got to be making some more impressive plays than that if they want to be able to win this game.
And do you know what I find interesting? Vitality, looking across their kill-death ratio, we've not got, I mean, yes, we've got one. In fact, no, all 4 are negative. Yet the teamwork is just on point.
Yeah.
You don't need kills to win uplink. Now that may seem a little bit silly, but you can see with the chemistry that Vitality have brought to this, you know, Dialux 16-18, Riskin 18-20. However, they are 13-6 in the lead, and they are going with a victory here, if only next 40 seconds. And the guys on Nevroze, they need to pull some out of the bag.
Well, they're trying to do everything they can, and to be fair to them, they are actually pulling some points out of nowhere here. But with only 30 seconds left on the clock, it's a little too late for them to actually do anything, I think. I mean, they're going to fight valiantly towards the end, but there we go. We see a further capture by Vitality X, and I think that's just going to seal the deal for them now. It's going to be a 3-0 sweep in fairly convincing fashion, rather. But, you know, they've made their mark here, and the other European teams competing in this event, they should be a little bit worried.
Yeah, I mean, to come out here and 3-0 another team, that's something that is something to be proud of. Securing their spot in Los Angeles, Riskin with the 3-piece. He's just proving a point right now.
What a great way to finish off a game, and Vitality making that look quite easy. They've, you know, they've come out here, as you say, Momo, and proved their dominance. They're going to go into the later stages of the Call of Duty European Championship looking very good, and